Good day, everybody. Good frequency in time. Just hopping on here to do some readings today. Just wait and see if anyone wants to come on. Just wait and see if anyone pops on for some readings. So, I know most of you guys out there have experienced those huge shifts. It was in the physical as showing up as these big winds, a lot of winds happening throughout the earth, lots and lots of wind. And here where I live on the beach, created lots and lots of waves, huge waves coming in yesterday. And I know that we have gone through a lot of energies lately. That full moon lunar eclipse energy we went through, the 11:11 portal we went through, and now we're going through new moon energy. And so lots of releasing and allowance, acceptance, surrendering, stepping in and taking action on your own discernment has been really, really, really been brought forward for us, brought up for us. All right. So just waiting to see if anyone wants to hop on, and I'm going to be doing some readings today. So as we have gone and stepped through these huge winds, it has created a shift as we have allowed all of these energies to permeate and flow through us as we experience them, as we sit in our now and allow them to flow through us, and as we have allowed ourselves to discern what is truth for us, what isn't truth, and as we have actually stepped in and taken action based on our own discernment, based on the conclusions of what we believe, what we're aligning to, we have shifted. And this morning it was super duper apparent. So I woke up just feeling kind of different, like, a new day dawns. And I know a new day dawns every morning we wake up. But when I woke up this morning, I just felt different. I had some remnants of some dreams and some probably astral traveling I was doing. But I just felt good. I just felt good. I felt invigorated. I just felt good. I felt anchored. So anyways, I went out for a run, and I always go for runs, but today I hit the beach, and I wasn't sure if I was going to go left or right, and I asked myself, hey, should I go left or right? And I said right. So on my run today, all of these manifestations of hearts through the seaweed, through the shells, through the driftwood, and I did take some images, and that's why I shared it with you guys on my announcement on Facebook on the temple. So, good afternoon, good morning. It's noon here in Maine. Yep, slept great. Yeah, and I don't always sleep great, or I don't always feel invigorated. I kind of wake up slow. I drink my water, I check out my phone, and I kind of wake up slow. But this morning it was almost like when you wake up with that anticipation, when you're looking forward to, say, maybe a vacation or a holiday or Christmas or whatever it is. I woke up with that feeling of anticipation. And a lot of times it's not anticipation, it's the opposite. But this morning it felt good. So that was all reflected in my run today. Like, I call it, instead of running, I call it spiritual dilly-dallying, because I kept stopping and taking a picture, stopping and taking a picture, and seeing all of these forms of little hearts, even in the clam shells, little sand that fell in the clam shell in the shape of a heart. And so I was just taking pictures, and that's something that I haven't done tons of. I'll get little ones here and there, but today it was one after another. And to me, that represented, like Mother Earth always reflects the physical manifestations of our energy. We're always being shown our energy. And I thought it was really, really beautiful. So I thought I would just do some readings today on what it is that we are manifesting. What do we need to know? Oh, there goes the train. I'll let that go by. Or maybe you guys don't hear it. I don't know. So I thought I would do some readings on what do we need to know concerning our physical manifestation, or whatever spirit wants to bring forth regarding this new physical reflection of the shift that we have just stepped through, that we've just allowed through our physicality. All right, so I don't see anybody, but Melanie, I just see you. If you don't mind sharing out, I would appreciate it. just, I can't stinking share on my phone. So I guess what I'll do is I'll do a collective reading for anybody who wants to tune in later. I'm going to just do some reading, do a reading. If you share out, Melanie, let me know, and I can do a quickie for you. Or if you want, oh yeah, that's right. And I'll put it up just in case anybody else pops on after. I'm going to stick my PayPal link up if you want a personal reading. Where the heck is the more? Whenever I have my phone on sideways, it's trickier for me to use. All right, so I'm just going to stick my PayPal up there in case anyone ends up popping on and wants a reading. Otherwise, I'm going to continue with a collective message on what are we manifesting. Open donation. Oops. Hold on here, guys. Guess everybody's out manifesting today, doing stuff. Make sure I did that right. All right. On here, guys. Hopefully I don't get any solicitors or imposters today. So yesterday, so just beware, guys. They'll take my image and my profile, copy the picture and all of that, and they'll claim to be Temple of the Sun. But what they do is they'll have lowercase letters or they have the little dash or underscore. So just to let you guys. Sorry about that. I had a call. I thought I shut that off. Hold on here. Ringer on. How about ringer mode silent? Hey, Jasmine, Alexander, thank you for joining. So I'm going to be doing open donations. Hey, Kim Chemistry, fellow gem. I was just talking. Thank you, Melanie, for sharing out. Please share out, guys, if you haven't. I don't ever really plan ahead, and I just kind of hop on, and I'm using just my phone device, so I don't have my computer to cross post and all that kind of stuff with me. So I was just talking about how we have gone through these major shifts, energy change, winds, allowing all of this. But what was really, really key during that whole past month is Spirit kept talking about how we're trusting our own discernment, but not only to trust it and not to adopt or claim or attach to anything outside of us, but allow that all the outside things outside of us, allow ourselves our own inner discernment to take what resonates, to take what aligns to you, and to add to your own and even create a new truth, a new belief, a new way of doing things. So we were really called to as well to take action on the conclusion or what it is that our discernment led to or is showing us, where your discernment brought you to take action. So a lot of solar plexus we have gone through. The solar plexus is representing our connection to our divine, our divinity, wisdom, our own divine wisdom and knowledge, and trusting and having the confidence in that, which empowers you. And now we have shifted to a higher frequency that embodies that energy, that frequency, and now we are manifesting. We're in the manifesting phase again. So we always go through cycles, as you know, representative even by the moon and even the daytime and nighttime cycles. We're always going through many, many, many cycles, and then we go through these bigger cycles within encompassing the little cycles. So yesterday, it was really, really wavy and huge tides, huge waves, no pause in between. They're just all kind of hitting one another, no time in between. And a lot of people have been talking about the winds on Earth. Well, that was all representing those energies moving through us, moving up the energies, like when a wind comes in the fall and it shifts and moves all the leaves and debris up and loosens it up. Well, we've gone through that energetically. That energetically was representing us. And this morning, like I said earlier, when I was going for my run, I saw tons and tons of hearts in the seaweed, in the shells, in the stones. And so I'm doing readings today. I'm going to do a collective first on What are we manifesting? What energy needs to be brought into our awareness to help us in this process? Just some information, some insight. So it's a time of great self-empowerment, and where we always are going through cycles of that. But as every cycle we go through, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So one day on the beach, I'm just going to share this with you. It's a piece of driftwood. And you can see all the little, it almost looks like a crop circle, but you can see all the little cycles and then the bigger cycles. So we're always going through all of these different cycles within a larger scope of cycles. But also every cycle we complete, and when we've mastered something, when we've extracted everything that we need to from that cycle, we then what? Shoot, boom, we shift out to another cycle. And within this cycle that we're all in, guys, this new manifesting cycle, we contain all of the energy and experiences from all the cycles that brought us to that new frequency, that new vibration, this new manifestation. So this, I love this little image. I just picked it up because to me, it really, really was significant. This side looks like a little whirlpool, like a whirlwind. It goes like, oh, I can't believe how things make so much sense. Something so simple as this. I just want to share this with you, then I'm going to do the collective. So that, everything that I just said, where is it? Everything that I just said about going within and creating these other cycles. But is this the one but this one here, this one looks, see this line, how it cracks open through all the cycles? Well, this one here looks like not separate. It looks almost like a whirlwind, like I said, and like a shell. And I don't know what that image is called when you swirl in. So, oh my God. So this is even symbolically showing us as we go within, as we shoot that spiral, I forgot what it's called. As we go within, we gain inner wisdom and knowledge. Just like I said, we've all gone through this huge discerning and what feels right to us. What do we want to align to? What are we getting rid of or releasing, or what are we combining with our own insight and wisdom? And so we go within. Every cycle allows us to go within, ask ourselves, seek, find the answer, and then we get the guidance from the outside and from us. It goes both ways, physical and spiritual. But what happens is once you get that insight and you act on that discernment through your own self-empowerment, having confidence in who you are, then you've mastered a certain cycle, and then boom, you go out to this new cycle. So as you go within, then you get to experience it and manifest all of that new frequency and vibration, awareness, that aha, something you just gained in your physical. So as you go within, like this side looks like that more. It looks like it's more whoosh, going within. You go within, you contemplate, you reflect, you meditate. Those are the quiet times. That's the nighttime. That's the winter time. You know, it's all represented by different cycles that Mother Earth portrays for us, and not just big seasonal cycles, but like I said, the little cycles within the seasonal. It could be the monthly moon cycles, or you can even narrow it down to the 24-hour day cycle, having the daytime and then going to bed. Well, anyways, we go within, have that quiet time, and then we're given the opportunity to play, to experiment with that new information, using that new frequency for our platform, that platform. So this is what today's readings are about. What do you need to know now as you have gone within? Now you're going without. You've gone within. Now we're swishing back out to whatever circle is yours, whatever line you're on. They're all connected too. So what really stands out too is, see this line here? Boop. It connects all the circles. So our ray of light, our God source energy, permeates and penetrates every cycle we have. That's what it looks like to me. It connects all of them. We're connected through all of them. Every line, every circle represents a frequency. That frequency, say we're here, we still have all the information, wisdom, knowledge, and guidance that we learned, but we're expanding upon it, incorporating it in our human journey. And life, we a lot of times take seriously, but yesterday what Spirit was saying is, it's an experiment. It's experiment. Nothing is right or wrong per se. What determines if something is right or wrong is our self, our mind. And our mind will take a circumstance and judge it according to the beliefs, the paradigms, the thoughts that were embedded in us. And part of also that discernment and operating from a new platform is no longer attaching or allowing the frequencies that no longer serve us to be the driver or to be operating in our mind as much. So a lot of that has to be doing with clearing those energies. But how did we clear them? We first have to recognize and accept it. Yes, I did feel this or that, or I did judge this or that, accepting where you were and allowing that light, the wisdom gained from the experience, to take us to our next cycle. And it's always the light connecting all of it. This really looks like a fissure, in the tectonics, the plates, the earth plates, where it's opening up. So that also to me is symbolic also. It's an opening up, but that opening up is what connects all our cycles, all of our journey, all of our timelines also together. So within us, the mini is the maxi is the big part. Um, so even this can represent even a timeline on Earth. You can represent a timeline on Earth, and then all these other timelines were also simultaneously connected to, multidimensional. So this has a lot of symbolism in many, many ways. Us going within that knowledge that we gain from every cycle, then we gives us a playing frequency to experiment upon, and then we come to a challenge or something, and then we go back within, learn, expand upon it, gain something from it due to our own discerning and allowing and empowering ourselves and allowing ourselves the trust and confidence to step into this new understanding. Then we go back out and we have another cycle, and that continues. And not only that, within our earthly journey, every earth journey cycle does connect us to another multi-dimensional timeline that we're also simultaneously experiencing. So I just find even little stuff like this, it's just fascinating. It's just fascinating. And what it's also looking like, that whirlwind, time really is going by faster from our perception, because what is happening is we are shifting. And once we start shifting and once we gain all of that knowledge and awareness from cycles we have already experienced and learned and gained and expanded and discerned on, we start shifting exponentially, because we're taking even greater knowledge and wisdom and timelines and incorporating with them, which empowers us. And then the shifts become greater. So time seems to go by faster because we are exponentially expanding and ascending with huge gaps in the frequency, which seems quicker. All right. Hopefully some of that made sense to you guys. Thank you, Melanie, for sharing to two groups. Kimmy Siegel, thank you so much. Thank you, Kim Chemistry. All right. Well, those who donate are priority. So I'm going to go straight to Kim Chemistry. So if you guys make a donation, I really, really appreciate it. It's going to give you a little bit more thorough of a reading, and then it puts you at the top of the list. Hey, Elizabeth Richter, good to see you. Hey, Teresa. Thank you. Yeah, and I don't always, sometimes I have an idea of what's going to come through, and sometimes I don't. And then I'm just in awe sometimes of what does come through and what spirit or how spirit puts it. And this is all not stuff that we don't know, but every perception has a certain frequency. And even if it's the same information being delivered, it's being delivered with a higher frequency, and it gives us actually more insight and understanding. Any particular question, Kim Chemistry? Other than the readings today are going to be, what are you manifesting? We just went through a huge shift. We're now taking all of that, like I just said, and we're playing on a new foundation of this new frequency. So do you have a specific question or subject matter that this is you're questioning? And if not, it'll resonate and hit you, and trust how it hits you. Hey, Bridget. As you do. That's part of our discerning now, guys. We aren't taking anything at face value. Everything at face value is there for us as food, as a smorgasbord, for us to extract the pieces that resonate with us. Then we combine them with our own other energies that that we're holding on to and operating in, and then it becomes something new. Just like when you take different ingredients, you might tweak it, use a certain amount of something that someone else isn't, and gathering all these ingredients and create a new recipe. And this is where Spirit's going with you, at all of us, but it must be because I'm on Kim Chemistry. It's kind of being pointed at you, Kim Chemistry, because I get all the tingles and stuff, and it's saying that you are in, you are, you have, you've gathered all your ingredients, Kim Chemistry, and you're formulating them to create a recipe that only you can create and that fits your taste buds, they're saying perfectly. Your taste buds perfectly. So some of us like more salt, some like more pepper, some don't like garlic, some like garlic. That's just an example. You're taking all of the spiritual information, spiritual food on your outside Kim Chemistry, and what you're doing is you're tweaking it. This is also piggybacking, just like this. Every cycle piggybacks information from the cycle that it's moving, expanding about beyond. And this one is to do with discerning, trusting in your discernment and taking action on what you have discerned. You know what I mean? Just taking the action, not just discerning and let it sit there in theory, but actually taking physical action, allowing that masculine energy to create forward movement for you. Taking action on that. So real quickly, before I continue, I just want us to all just take that breath into our center, our heart space. It helps to quiet the mind, open up the heart space, anchor our energy into our God self, into our higher self, into the light and love that you are here, now, always, and forever. And it's always there, but when we bring focus to it, we just like open the floodgate. We open the damper. We open the damper for it to flow. It's always there and available. But what we bring focus to, because you guys are God source energy, you actually create, you actually illuminate, you actually feed. So we'll just bring awareness to it, hold it, and exhale. And it's no different than a light. Like I have a light over there, and it's always there. It's always there. But what I had to do before I did my live to get a little more light, I just didn't notice it. I don't notice it. I don't pay attention to it, but I had to go turn it on. I brought my focus to it. I took action on it. I knew the light was there. I know the light will turn on if I take action, but I have to, from the physical level, take my feet and go turn the switch and turn the light on. And that is just a simple demonstration of how we are to be operated. It's always there. We gained our discernment. We know it's there. Well, we got to take the action and go turn it on. Open the valve, turn the switch, let the power out. Just like when we get an aha moment, we get some insight. If we don't anchor that energy or step into it when we're called to step into it, it's almost like that light bulb was there, but what we did by not allowing it to continue its flow, we kind of like shut it off. When you step into it physically, or it remains stagnant. Spirit is saying it's not shut off, it's just stagnant. When you step into it, take action, you literally open the current for it to flow and to continue shining. So, Kim, I believe thank you for holding the space, Kim, for all of us to receive this message as well. I think this is something that Spirit is bringing forth into your energy specifically as well, that whatever you're asking for, or whatever insight, whatever you're discerning, to allow your masculine energy to come through and take forward action. And I know you, as a Gemini, definitely hold the balance of both the feminine and masculine. So I know that you're adept at using both in balance. But let's just see what comes forth. I don't know. I want to do this. This is our purpose card. I'm feeling really called to pull one of these, because if you feel you have a purpose in something, you're usually called and taken action. If you feel you're called to be a teacher, you're going to take action on that. You might take classes, or you might have to just step out and teach in some way, shape, or form. It requires taking action to teach. If you want to be a mother and have a baby, there's got to be action. You got to follow through. If you want to create, like I said earlier, a cake, you got to cook it, or some soup, or you want to make a shirt, you got to go make it or buy it. So I'm feeling really strongly the physical action being called from you. But what they're also saying, Kim, chemistry is don't be hard on yourself. Don't worry about the expectation of it. That's not even what matters. It's taking the action, experimenting and exploring in this energy, in this new thought, in this new idea and playing in it. It's not the expectation that matters. It's you following the passion or action of what you feel and just letting it be for what it is. Say you experiment in a recipe and it tastes horrible. That doesn't mean it was a success or a failure. You followed through and you learned something about putting those ingredients together. And they keep using that analogy, but actually it's just energetically. Maybe you are trying to actually teach, and maybe you try readings, or then you try healings, or then you try light language, or then you try Reiki, or you're just we're meant to experiment and then discern what works in our energy and with our gifts. So I got, oh my God, 3 cards for you, Kim Siegel. All right, so the 3 cards I got for you. Sorry, everything is always backwards here. 3, you got yoga. These are all the life purpose cards. And as you see, she's very, very balanced. She's listening. She's still. Her chakras are lined up as they're open. And she is connected to her divinity. And connecting to that divinity and receiving and being open to it, everything else automatically becomes aligned. What it says is your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercising. So to me, that is saying one of the components for you to take action in right now, chemistry, because there's 2 Kimmies out there, is listening to your body. Yoga, usually you tune in, you listen to your body, you're moving the physical part, you're stretching and breathing at the same time. So physical movement, being aware of the breath work at the same time. So I'm thinking you're being called to take care of your physical body, whether it be stretching. Here it says stretching, yoga, and exercising in general. Whatever you resonate with is going to help open you up, flow, tune you into listening, because exercise yoga tunes you in to listening to that spiritual guidance. So also what's coming through in exercise for you, whether it be stretching, yoga, breathing, Pilates, whatever it is, Kim, for you, it's almost like the movement creates a non-movement in the mind, so it quiets your mind so you actually can receive the messages, like the yoga pose here. The other life and purpose, and it's so funny, when I was talking about teaching earlier, I was really feeling called that you were a teacher, teaching in your way, and I can't see how you could not be, because you've got the divine and the feminine and masculine. And I don't know why I'm getting emotional. Do you know someone in spirit world that was a teacher that's passed on? I'm not sure, Kimmy, but I'm getting kind of emotional. Maybe you always wanted to be a teacher. Maybe you are teaching. I know you got children, grandchildren, and you teach them all the time, even if it isn't in a formal classroom setting. I'm feeling it in my heart. There's something going on in my heart space. So you're either connecting to a teacher, wanting to teach, or there's a teacher spirit. But what it says is teaching, and they're dealing with kids. You inspire young people to learn. And a Gemini is always young at heart, no matter what. So you connect easily to children. You keep that sense of curiosity, adventure, fun within you. That's just part of your makeup. That's why you chose to be born under the astrological sign that you are. And obviously all of the other placements do affect it as well. So definitely working with children. I feel that you have healed a lot of your inner child already, Kim. So in healing your inner child, that allows you to open up to that child within. And then, of course, that's going to be reflected in dealing with other kids and children. And you are a role model for them. Look at that. She's pure white. That means connected with her innocence, divinity. She's a conduit for spiritual knowledge, high frequencies to flow through her, especially in the new age where all the kids are being born into a higher frequency. They're not living in the constraints. They don't want to. They came in with special needs and all of these labels, but it's really because they're multidimensional. They're not as limited. And then through your own healing, Kim, I believe you are even opened up even more or allowing more of your multidimensionality to connect with children, whether it be your own children or children in some other setting. I know you work, but I'm not sure what your work is. um, and nutrition. You conduct healing work with your culinary skills. It's so weird. Before I pulled cards, and I don't know if you relate to any of these, Kim, you have to let me know how the recipes were coming up for you immediately, how in my mind I saw you as a teacher. Maybe you're teaching cooking skills to children, but culinary arts is up. Very holistic reading you have here. Yoga, incorporating your yoga, exercise, balance, breathing, stretching with nutrition. And just eating according to your own discernment. Again, discerning is coming back up, not trying to adapt a program, whatever the craze is for eating or not eating at the moment, you know, the limited fasting stuff going on or what have you, because it's about listening to your own body. Listening represented by the yoga, not being pushed to eat or do things that aren't in alignment to your own discerning. You conduct, and I don't know if you do healing work with medicine, plant medicine or not, but you conduct healing work with your culinary skills. So sometimes, you know, I'm in the mood to cook, and you guys I know can all relate to this. You're in the mood, and the food tastes better when you're done, and you know everything is energy. It's not what you're doing, it's how you're doing it. So you heal when you're infusing your food with love. It has a healing quality. My son will tell me, oh, I can tell you made this with a lot, you poured a lot of love into this, Mom, because maybe I was in the mood to cook, and it was feeling good, and I was having all the nice feelings as I was cooking, and it does turn out better. So it's also saying, Kim, when you cook for even yourself with what makes you feel good and it generates feel good emotions, maybe you're making something that the outside world doesn't seem healthy, like a huge plate of mac and cheese might not seem healthy to the collective, but if it's bringing up all of these beautiful memories of all of that for you, you're infusing that with love, and that is actually more healing for your body than eating, like Spirit is saying, than eating a big salad. If you're not in the mood for salad, you're actually resenting the salad, don't want the salad right now, they're saying to follow your own tuition to what you're putting in your body. And that's the purple representing that Christ consciousness, that high frequency of love. Accept it with love. Cook it with love. And as you share it, maybe you're sharing and cooking for and with your children. So those were your taking action part. I want to see what the heart part is. Choo. I want to see what the heart is saying. So normally I thought one card was going to come out of there, but a big message on teaching in whatever way, shape, or form that resonates. And then this is the physical body, working with the physical body, what you're putting in it and how you're moving it. Movement causes a quietness, so you would think it doesn't, but the physical manifestation, physical exercise, meditation, active meditation will actually quiet the mind to get you to receive. But there is something about being tuned in and feeling your own body through the yoga, through the nutrition, and teaching. So maybe you have messages to share on both of those subject matters with people. All right. Let's get to Kim Chemistry here. I'm trusting. Donated. Thank you, Bridget. Oh, um, PayPal, Ria Barna 1224 at Gmail. So when you pull up PayPal, put my name in. It's Ria, R-I-A Barna. I put it in the little banner up at the front. Normally I put my Temple of the Sun, but I'm using my personal account right now. There seems to be less fees and stuff associated with it, so I'm just kind of experimenting. If you only have the Temple of the Sun account, that is fine as well, if that's easier for you, but it's PayPal, but it's Ria Barna 1224 at Gmail is the address. Thank you, Elizabeth. Let me know if you did donate. I put the email address for the PayPal up top. But if you only have my Temple of the Sun one, that's fine. You'll probably have two options. Pick the Ria Barna 1224 if you can. If not, don't worry about it. Don't worry about which one you donate to. Okay, good. I'm not done yet, Kim. I'm still pulling on Kim chemistry. Hey, Thaddeator. Teresa. I'm just kind of skipping to, hey, Paul. Thank you for joining. Conchetta, Teresa. All right, so the heart. So what you're manifesting, what you need to know now as you're experimenting on this new frequency, playing, they keep emphasizing playing. Let the weight of the expectations, the how-tos, how it appears, how it looks, how you're being received, they really just want us to play like the child. Play like that child. All right, get real. All right. So we get this beautiful embedded rock in the earth. It's not just sitting up top, it's slightly in it. You can see it. As always, I'm going to get everything backwards with my fingers. All right. What's standing out is up here. What really stands out here is this little group of rocks in a circle. Trusting your guidance. Um, there could be a group you're thinking of joining. Could be a yoga exercise group. Could be that yoga, a cooking class. Maybe entering a class to enhance your own teaching. But there is a little group here, and they're all divinely guided for your highest goals, aspirations. So you probably know what that group is. You're connected in some way, shape, or form. It can even be family, but they're all white, which represents a group coming together to share in their divine wisdom. Their divine wisdom is based on their individuality that they have trusted within themselves. They have discerned so much from the outside. They've come to their own divinity, as every one of us come to our own resonance with what is divine for us, what is true for us. Then we gather with others that have done the same. Doesn't mean everyone agrees, but it means everyone is in alignment to their own truth. And then that's how you add to a pot, add to the pot, add to the ingredients, add to the recipe of the beautiful soup or cake you're making. So you might know that, but it looks like it's right up there in the corner. It's coming. It's in your future. It's touching you. So that is in your energy now, connecting to a group of like-minded. Like-minded meaning they're operating from the purest form, connected to the purest love and light that they're able to at now. But it doesn't mean everyone has to agree or express it the same, just that they are in alignment to their own truth, which bring food and nourishment and excitement for the rest of the group. It says, get real. You must get real with yourself before you can lead the life you really desire. This calls for an inner focus by peeling back the layers and getting in touch with your heart. Whoops, there we are. So yeah, that's the process that you've just been doing. And every cycle peels back the layers. So what it's telling me is this cycle as well. This cycle, this is your new frequency. Boop, you gone out here. This cycle here, the heart of the matter is you're still peeling back your resonance, and we're always doing it. It's a journey that never ends. So to me, this new cycle is allowing you to experiment with what Kim resonates with, what exercise you resonate with, what food and cooking and nourishment for the mind, body, and soul is acclimated to your divine frequency, and then teaching and sharing that with others, with a group. So this here also could be representative of this little group here. So it's all about just learning more and more and more and more and more and more about yourself. But if we're God source energy, and God source energy is never dead or never comes to an end, and it's always expansive, it's always going to be a learning experiment and process in a process in movement. It's always for you. It's about you. You should be the focus, Kim, of this cycle, learning more and more about you, and then your self-realization. Then you will reflect the energies that aid you, help you, collaborate, and have fun with you. So this cycle too, as far as the heart space goes, and your heart's desires, is learning more and more and more about you, Kim. And one more. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do a tarot. Choo! So it's all about the chemistry. It's all about Kim Chemistry's chemistry, okay? It's about your chemistry, Kim. All right, one more. Going to do an Angels Tarot just to see what comes up. I don't use these a lot. I do them more intuitively than book-wise. And that's how you're supposed to be operating, or what you're being guided to do. Operating intuitively, Kim, not necessarily reading the book of somebody else's energies and understanding. Intuitive. You're called to really take action on your own tuition. Boy, these are wicked sticky cards. Queen of Fire. I'm sure you got lots of fire in you, Kim. Confident, warm, intelligent, graceful. This is the card you received. I love all the colors. What is she doing? Look at her fire. And she's got it in a pot, almost like a cauldron. She's making a fire. She's experimenting with herself, with her energies more fully, not putting it and worrying about the outside per se, being that caregiver. But as you do that and discover and learn and experiment with your own energies at your new insights, wisdom, awareness, and discernment, then of course you're going to be sharing that with others automatically. So having confidence about that. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself, chemistry. Assert your independence and creativity. So a very, very creative time. This one's saying get real with yourself. And also exploring and experimenting with the people in your reality. There's group there for you to join, a group of people. And then here, being confident about it and show your creativity. Allow your passions to be your guide. Your passion, not your have-tos, your passion. That which excites you, that which motivates you, that which makes you feel good when you get up in the morning and you're going to get to go do that thing. That is your guide. So Queen of Fire, for the tarot card, I believe that is what energy you are holding and representing. And fire also burns off that which does not serve it anymore. It burns it right off, dissipates it, and allows those ashes to nourish another form of life. And the other one is Four of Air. So, and the other one, these two stuck together. This is your primary one. That's the energy you're to be taken. Fire, action, passion, momentum, creation. In creation, fire also, you're creating by actually burning something away. So, you know when you have a fire, or they say sometimes take the ashes and go put them on your garden, it nourishes the soil. So your creation actually might have to do with burning down something, or something that you've burned down already, but then it's bringing forth a new life. Like that whole phoenix analogy. Four of Air, time to rest and take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation provides the answers. So that one there, Kim, goes along exactly with your yoga card. So allowing stretching, yoga, meditation, whatever exercise that resonates with you to help bring you into alignment, move the energy. So when you focus on your own, whatever form of exercise you like, it's like a meditation, and that will rejuvenate and regenerate you, but also open you up to receiving the guidance you need. So in that rest, you receive the guidance, but I believe you're going to receive your guidance through the rest in your own individual yoga, or just gentle stretching, breathing, whatever it is for you. Body movement is going to be a form of rest for you. All right, Kim, chemistry. Hopefully that made sense to you. Thank you so much for your donation, Kim. Hey, Lauren. Queen of Fire. We're moving from Scorpio. See, I don't know all the astrological stuff, Teresa, so thank you. Moving from Scorpio emotions into Sagittarius and action. Thank you for that affirmation, Teresa. So, like I said before, as we are shining more light, we immediately are showing the reflection through other people, which I also believe you're doing, Kim Chemistry, getting that reflection back from following your own intuition by taking action on your own discernment. And so thank you, Teresa, because I've been receiving that constantly, that information, and you just reflected that. So as we do step into our own light and power, discernment, divine wisdom, and knowledge, trust ourselves, we reflect more light. That light is going to be reflected in each other, our world, all the hearts I saw on the beach this morning running. So, whew, thank you. All right. Elizabeth, let me know if I made a donation to Temple. That's fine, Elizabeth. So you're up next. So Kim Chemistry made a donation. So I'm going to be doing Elizabeth next. Let me know if you made a donation. And let me just look here. Hey, Tino. Tino, how's Florida? So Tino, a beautiful family member, is in Florida visiting. So thank you, Tino, for that. Bridget. All right. Donated. So Kim, I got Kim. Kim Chemistry. Elizabeth. Thank you, Kim. Non-duality, yes. Donated. Okay. Thank you, Bridget. Okay. So I'm going to do Bridget first because it says she donated. And then I see Elizabeth saying, how can I make a donation? So Bridget is first. Then beautiful Elizabeth Richter, you will be next. And I appreciate your comments, guys, and sharing on all of the energies. Thank you for all the hearts and love sent to this page, Thaddeator. Oh, goodness. Here we go again. There we go. All right. Blocked. All right, guys. So there is a little troller there, guys. I did delete Zalik Rosgeb. So yeah, ignore that, guys. All right. All right. Hey, Conchetta. So obviously, guys, if you ever have anyone from Temple of the Sun approaching you and it doesn't look like my Temple of the Sun when they have dashes or underscores, it's not me. It's just an imposter. And a lot of us are receiving that more and more. And I've even had people that I do read for, they fell into it. They says, I knew it didn't feel like you, but I did it anyway. So just trusting your gut, guys. And if in doubt, don't take action. Just contemplate or find out or message me directly. But I would never come to you. I let you come to me, unless I'm doing this, obviously, and you're donating, and you know it's me because you see me. All right, Bridget. All right. Yeah, and you said, just real quick, commenting on Kim, wonderful, Ria, yes, about me, then share. That's what we're all called to do, guys, coming into our own alignment, our own trust in ourselves and confidence, and in that bring it out in whatever way, shape, or form we are to share it. Like for me, I love to communicate the insights and knowledges that I receive when I'm out, and it excites me because it's truth for me. And when you feel that, you want to share it, but you might not want to go live or share it in words. You might want to post something that excites you, share it with a relative, call a friend, write it down. But it's going to come naturally, and we're called to share that. Even you are automatically sharing too. Spirit is reminding us just when we embody it and take action in our own life, you are sharing it. You go to the store, you're shining light, and hearts. All of our hearts, guys, are communicating at all times. They have a quiet communication. When you go by someone, your hearts are communicating. You're exchanging codes and light. So when you act, like Teresa was saying, also taking action on our what we've just learned or discerned, or our own truth, or ahas, our tuition. We're called to take action now on all of those deep mysteries that are coming forth within us, those things we're realizing about ourselves. We are automatically sharing it, exchanging codes as we act it in our own life. Because there's a lot about shining your light, shining your light. Well, not everyone wants to go public about it, but you're still doing it when you take action in your own life. All right, Elizabeth. So just breathe in, asking for what does Elizabeth need to know now on this manifesting, the beginning of this manifesting cycle, this platform, the shift we have made to these higher frequencies in motion, manifesting, taking action. Elizabeth. Oh, wait, Brigitte or Elizabeth. Oh, shoot. It's Brigitte, right? I think it's Brigitte, then Elizabeth. Yes, Brigitte. Sorry. Brigitte. 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 There always can be piggyback between you two guys, though, Elizabeth. And obviously, there's always stuff for all of us to gain in each individual reading because we are all gathering as a soul family here, reflecting aspects of one another to gain wisdom and insight about ourselves. Brigitte. I don't know. They're saying don't be afraid to trip up. Don't be afraid to trip. Don't be afraid to trip. Don't be afraid of failure. Don't be afraid to mess up. Don't be afraid. So you might be feeling a little sketchy, or you might be doubting a little bit of information that you know intuitively you're supposed to follow through or act on, and just do it. It doesn't even matter the result. Again, like I said earlier with someone else, the Spirit is saying it's not the result, it's the journey, it's the experimenting, it's the having fun. That's how we learn and that's how we grow. Not getting things perfect, not worrying about how we're perceived, not worrying about doing it right, but just doing it, taking the action on your internal guidance, on your internal um, wisdom, knowledge, sparks. All right, let's see what comes through. All right, Bridget. What does she need to know now? What needs to be brought into her awareness? Energy that's already within you, and you're the one actually reflecting the message. You are reflecting it through me, Bridget and Kimmy and Elizabeth. One more here. All right. So this is just bringing forth information that will help you in your new manifesting. Take an action on that which you feel drawn to. It'll give you insight. So when you feel that little doubt and you're thinking, oh, maybe I don't know, just you'll remember this reading, this message to yourself that, oops, that person I did block. You'll say, oh yeah, Spirit told me that. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take a chance and do it. I'm going to take a chance and do it if it excites you. Not forcing yourself to do any things that don't feel right, because that actually would be going against your natural intuition. But when you don't feel you're stepping out on something, they're saying, are you doing it because of your tuition, or are you doing it out of doubt or fear? So keeping that in mind, when you don't dare to do something, or you're holding yourself back, or you feel you are resisting, that means you're resisting something. So if you're feeling resistance, you're actually resisting a part of yourself, or you would not feel that resistance. Bridget, is what Spirit is saying. There's something within you that you've got to loosen up and break up and allow to be brought into your awareness and allow it to go through you. So you might be resisting doing something because you're afraid so-and-so might say something, or what are they going to think about me? I'm just using that for an example, not necessarily what you're going through. And then you can look in. The resistance gives you an opportunity to ask yourself, okay, what am I resisting? Disappointment? Failure, embarrassment, just not trusting. Or if you truly don't feel like it, say I'm not in the mood, then I don't know. Only you know. Only you know if it's for your higher calling or not. All right, let's see here. I love doing these. All right, so I got 4 cards for you. So Bridget, I'm just checking the time. Support. So your life purpose card, what you're taking action on, what you are doing is supporting you. Your life purpose fully supports you. So you're supported because you're trusting. But I feel when this says, my intent on reading this is, what do you need to know now in your manifesting and your new creations and the frequency you're operating in? Yes, it is a reminder that you're supported, but you might be a support for somebody else right now. You might be holding angel space for somebody else right now. And maybe medically, physically, because we got this little medical staff here, the DNAs being intertwined. Hold on here. You are at a deeper level, so something deeper that you're doing can show the reflection in other ways, such as if you feel you're not supported deep within and you feel like you've stepped out and you weren't supported or didn't receive what you needed, it might come that way, the manifestation of it, but that is based on an expectation of how you think it needs to manifest. Someone might be looking for your support because you are holding space for that. But at a deeper level, the reflection of all those other energies is you are supporting a DNA activation, transformations within yourself. bringing forth and activating and holding the codes of Christ consciousness, unconditional love. So that is happening within you. And because it's happening within you, it's going to bring up anything in your life that you feel you're not being supported in. But it also might bring others to you that need that support. You're holding that space because this is actually what you're going through. You are holding the energy of an earth angel that is going through activations and codes and rememberings of information that is lie dormant within you to bring forth greater healing and balance within yourself. But as an angel holding that energy and going through your own transformation, Bridget, you're also going to reflect those energies in others. Others that need your support, or energies in others that feel you're not supporting them. The key here is to know that this process is happening. And if somebody feels they're not getting the support from you or making you feel guilty for not helping them or supporting them, you have to go within and know that all outside reflections are reflecting an energy within yourself. Is there something deep down that you are healing? A time when you didn't feel supported, a time when you didn't feel you received the support that you needed or felt let down. Those can just be reflecting little memories of hurt and pain, little emotions within you that need to be brought into your experience just to flow through you. And I'm sure you've done plenty of that. All of the energies and shifts in the past have allowed us to do that. But I feel that you have gone through a lot of that. So don't feel guilty if from the outside, if people feel like they're not getting what they need from you. It's just a reflection for something for you to learn about yourself. What did you not give yourself? Or what did you feel your mother did not give you? Or what did you feel God did not give you? So it's just allowing you those sadness, hurts, and pains into your awareness as you are simultaneously aware that you are actually healing strands of DNA, activating new ones that have been dormant, and bringing further peace and balance. So that's the part. You're an earth angel healer. You might deal or feel very connected to Raphael, the healing angel. Call upon him if you need assistance. And it looks like it hasn't been easy for you because this angel's holding on to a staff, and that angel needed that staff of support. To me, your staff and support are faith and belief in energies that are not what other people see. So you've had to have an undeniable faith, belief, and trust in the invisible. And that is paying off, and you are holding space to help support others. All right. And even if you're not having that physical interaction of supporting another person, energetically you are, just for all the other reasons I just said. You're emitting that energy, exchanging codes with the world. All right. So your heart in this time is unblock. You're unblocking and activating codes, healing and activating simultaneously, because you're unblocking beliefs and thoughts that don't serve you. On the back here it says, and this is pink, this is a pink stone, it might not come across very good on there, or it's clear, it's kind of pinkish. Here we got pink wings representing unconditional love. Unblock, details take up space and block the road of miracles trying to reach you. Let it all go. The universe needs a clear path to deliver. Your job is to simply match the vibration of that which you want, and then it can't help but manifest. Your physical world is a match to the vibration you are. So trusting, you are always supported. That physical world is always showing you exactly and giving you exactly what you need as your support. As you support yourself, they're saying your world supports you. So trusting in yourself, confidence in yourself, allow yourself to feel. You gotta feel to heal, they're saying. Some people are afraid to feel things because they think then that makes it true. If they feel a certain thing and allow it into their awareness, they might be subconsciously afraid that it's going to reinforce a belief that isn't true. But all it will really do is free you. It will free you. So you're activating. And don't worry about the details. Just as you support yourself, the details will be taken care of for you. I feel that you are holding space for other people. Bridget, let me see here. Let me just scroll down and see. I'm just seeing if you had any feedback on any of this yet. Okay, so Queen of Earth. This is a very physical card, an abundant card, being provided for, having the abundance, thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. To me, this is the tarot representing your energy, Queen of Earth, connected to Earth, whole, receiving and giving simultaneously, always having what you need when you need it. As you trust in yourself and have confidence in yourself and you take action, allow the masculine energy to work through you by taking action. Even if it's standing up for yourself and speaking, it's still taking action. Even if you are just talking, it's taking action as you're speaking your truth. Yesterday, the throat chakra was really being unblocked. So I don't know if you have any of that, but speaking your truth will clear, heal, and balance the throat chakra, which is going to connect you automatically to all the other chakras. You heal one area, then all others are affected. Everything is connected. Make time for those around you. So that makes sense with this. But not out of obligation. Don't do it out of obligation and give, and not replenish your own well. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. But it's just showing you too here as a master manifester. Look at her hands. She's just taking all of this energy and she is manifesting through her energy that world, that abundance. Be choosy though. They are saying, Bridget, be choosy. Be choosy on the energies that you surround yourself with, okay? Don't just, here it says make time, but make time for the energies that make you feel good, not drain you. I just had a conversation with a family member, and I kept saying how much he added to the family, added to the family, added to the family. And I says, well, when you're an additive to the family, you help lift, you help, you don't drain, you don't take away, you don't blame, you don't accuse, you don't say everything that's wrong. You want to be a positive component to the whole. So if there's not a positive component to the whole, we all have moments, but if the overall feeling isn't a positive component, acting as an active participant to the creation, then maybe you need to think about who and what you're allowing in your energy. Sometimes things are in our energy to make us realize that it's not serving us, not that it's a direct reflection of us, but it allows us to respect and honor our temple. Respect and honor our temple, honor you, because when you honor you, you're honoring your God self and doing what is right for you. And then the balance and nourishment and healing and rejuvenation and all the cycles, they go together with greater ease and fluidity. I feel a strong connection to you and Mother Earth, Gaia, feminine, divine, the divine mother. And as a divine mother energy, you do need to mother yourself. Mother yourself. If you don't mother yourself, you end up smothering yourself, they say. Because if you're giving it all away, you got to bring attention and focus, just like to that cross breath, connect to you. And that's where all abundance will flow. You got the little fairies flying, the energies are swirling. Let me just see one more little message here. I just want to see what else is here. Yeah, you're just creating. You're in a very powerful creation, abundant, well. To me, it reminds me of the Empress. It's not the same as the Empress card, but the Queen of Pentacles, just having that physical fulfillment. All right, and then last but not least, I felt that, oh my God, so I just said the fluidity, and you get the fluidity card. I did pull you a galactic card here, just out of curiosity. Andromeda, and that's a parallel reality that is most prominent to you right now. Remember the timelines, every parallel, the crossing here, the connecting of all these parallel realities, all of these different timelines. Well, the one that is affecting you most and most open to you is Andromeda, and that's the parallel, and it's to do with fluidity, going with the flow. And if you feel yourself resisting, why are you resisting? Not just resist, but to go within. And when you go within and you ask yourself, well, why am I resisting? Then it softens that energy and then it can flow. And then you gain that wisdom and knowledge from it. So Andromeda is very prominent as a parallel reality right now for you in your galactic. So this looks to me a lot like this. And also letting go of the details. The details can stump you up. The details, too many details can cause a roadblock for you. And this, to me, the thing you're taking action on is support yourself, and you act as a support and space holder for others. You are activating DNA, remembering light codes within you to bring forth a greater harmony and balance, and that's always in love. That's always for the betterment of unconditional love. Thank you, Bridget. Yes, yes. So yeah, active, then you're definitely taking an active role in supporting others because you simultaneously are, or you have healed, but we're always expanding that knowledge and wisdom. That's our natural state. You're just coming, as you come more and more and more and more into your own natural state, your realization of how healed you are. Yeah, you are a beautiful space holder for others, Bridget. You're a blessing. And then other people come to you too as the Queen of Pentacles for abundance, for healing, for help, for guidance, because you are a master manifester. You are the queen, the queen, the queen of earth. Alrighty. Real quick here, guys. I'm just feeling called just to pull that real quick. Real quick, I'm just going to give you a quick little thing of Andromeda because I'm learning about all the galactic systems and stuff myself. I'm not fluent in it. And what it just says is the nature of consciousness is to be fluid, to flow with the natural currents of the universe. That makes sense because as Queen of Earth, that's what you're being called to do and are doing. That is your action, just to flow. But life in the physical body causes us to be rigid sometimes. Here's the rigid, the stone, the blockage. Whether in beliefs, actions, or emotions, Andromeda consciousness is fluid, very fluid also. You know how to be this way innately as well. Take some time every day to connect with Andromeda energy and practice going with the flow. See how your life changes when you don't try to control your reality. This isn't about becoming a victim. Let yourself surf the energy instead of trying to control it and see what happens. So very beautiful. That's what your action is. That's where you're called, just to be fluid and watch the manifestations unfold, Bridget. And thank you for being that support for others. Thank you for being that angel that other people need and lean on. So that is so beautiful. And that's just affirming that is your place in the physical. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you for your donation. Austria, thank you. Thank you for that. Elizabeth, you are next, beautiful. And if anyone else has made a donation, let me know so I know. And then if I have a chance, I'll do a couple quickies for people. All right, Elizabeth Richter. Where is my bells? Here it is. I just like to clear the energy. Pull that down a little bit. Go that way. All right. Elizabeth. I'm feeling immediately lots of green. As soon as I tune into your name, Elizabeth, I'm seeing lots of green. Green is heart healing. Green is giving. Green is generosity. Green is love. Green is growth. Green is expansion. And I'm just feeling like, and I feel my heart opening as I say that. It's the heart chakra, the physical color of the heart chakra, that heart space. To me, that is so active and alive for you right now, Elizabeth. And that is where you are operating from. And that's where we all should be operating from, but you truly, truly are tuned in and anchored into your heart. And all the creations that stem from you, they're showing me these streams of green coming from your heart. All of the streams, all of the actions that you have taken, all of the encouragements you have given, all of the thought forms, it's all streaming from your heart. You're streaming out of your heart chakra. So beautiful. All right. It's funny too, because Elizabeth, like, you know how they say, ask your angel, like back when I was in my 20s and I was going to like spiritual classes, life in the spirit classes through church, and I asked my angel, what's your name? And it was Elizabeth. So Elizabeth is my own personal label name, frequency of my angel, and Elizabeth as in Mother of Mary's mother. So Jesus' grandmother, Mother Mary's mother, Elizabeth, I think. Or no, that was that Anna. Elizabeth. Anyways, who's Anna then? Is that her grandmother? One of you guys might know. Who's Anna? Yours might be Anna. So anyways, you can ask your angel for a name, and I know you guys already know this, but it's just fun to, as a physical human, we like the physical connections, ideas, and paradigms and beliefs that we are playing in to give us that physical experience. Anna. I don't know. Anna might be, Anna, however you pronounce it, might be significant to you, Elizabeth. All right. Alrighty. Elizabeth. Oops. What does Elizabeth need to know on this new manifesting cycle and this frequencies that she has shifted into, that she's embodying, that she's playing in, that she's experimenting in, that she's loving in, creating in, expressing in? Expressing. You're called to express. You're called to, and now I'm getting all the goosebumps, and I don't know if you know an Anna or an Ann on the other side, or you know that you have a guy named Anna, expressing. They take joy in your expressing from the heart. Remember at the beginning there, I just said you had all these swirls of green pathways coming from your heart, and I can feel it right now. They take joy in your expressions as you are enjoying when you are expressing, they're saying. So expressing from the heart. Much energy stemming from your heart, manifesting, creating. Oh, I love it. Beautiful energy. Anna is Jesus' grandmother, and Elizabeth was the mother of John. So Anna is Mother Mary's grandmother. Huh. Yeah, because that's what I was getting when I was saying Elizabeth. They were correcting me in my mind and saying, no, Anna. They said the name Anna. So, yeah, I know John the Baptist, but I didn't. Okay, so Anna is Mary's mother, not Joseph's. All right. Thank you for that clarification. Oh my God. So Elizabeth, you're the one clarifying all that. So yeah, there's a huge tie there. Like I'm feeling all the emotion and opening up in my heart when I read your comment, and you do have a timeline that is very tied in with those energies of Jesus, Anna, Elizabeth, and those happened in the same timeline. So, do you have a resonance with John the Baptist? They're showing me now. They're making my hand go in an infinity, like an infinity sign. So there's an infinite energy that you are playing out or connected to, actually as Elizabeth. And hold on. Well, you can discern all that information, but I'm feeling a timeline, literally, where you're on that timeline and in that energy. I don't know if you are a soul of Elizabeth, literally, or Anna. I'm feeling Anna. Anna is coming through really, Anna is coming through really, really strong. Even when I say that name, when you resonate and the spirit speaking and you really open up and soften and become alive when you say that energy. So you can try that, Elizabeth. See how it resonates for you. And sometimes, spirit sends out messages for others watching using you as the conduit. So if it's not for Elizabeth Richter, Anna, Jesus' grandmother is here. It's very beautiful energy. It's like Jesus energy. It's like Jesus energy. It's like Jesus mother energy. It just gets all emotional. Wicked, divine, feminine. So, yeah, I don't know what's up with that, but very strong and Anna energy. Holy crap, she's here. Oh man, I always resonate with that timeline, so I can relate to that. So maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me getting emotional because I resonate to it. All right. It's funny. I was watching another channel and they say, "Oh, I always get a runny nose when I channel." And I think what it is those energies and the frequencies are actually breaking up stuff and releasing, helping the channeler to actually release as well. All right. To move energy. The heart. We're going to start with the heart. Elizabeth, the heart is open. Oh my God, what son of a bee. So Elizabeth, this is matching my intuitive vision before I started. The heartstrings, this is a green seaweed on the beach, and the heartstrings are coming from you because your heart is wide open. I'm feeling your heart is open, a given. Remember I said you give and receive from the heart energy. Yeah, I think your energy is matching. Now, as soon as I say it, I get all the affirmation. Your energy stamp is matching Anna, Jesus's grandmother. And you know how grandmothers are. They're open, they're given, they've lived enough to gain enough wisdom and insight and self-realization, and they know what love is really about. And obviously, and obviously so do you, because it's wide open. And it has the string. And what stands out always in this card for me are the little lips. Those little lips there. Kissing, a grandmother will kiss her babies, kiss her grandchildren, person her lips. And then you can even see the eyes here, and eye here, and eye here, a little nose. But you see what's standing out here too is the tread running over that heart. So, to get up in age, you've had to been run over. I'm not saying you're up in age, but like a grandmother or someone that holds wisdom, they've had to go through a lot of crap to get to where they are, to get to their heart being open. So, Elizabeth, I feel that you've done the work. You've had to go through a lot of stuff to show you the way. And that's all normal. It's all part of being physical. It's not always the easy way, but you've allowed it to work for you. Your heart's wide open. There's nothing in the middle. You've even got a portal, a pathway where people can come and go. But don't let them run. Just have those healthy boundaries of self-respect, honoring yourself, protecting your heart. Your heart is a temple of God, as you know, and yeah, just protect your heart. Protect your heart, not in a way where you've got to be resistant or defenseful, but just honoring it by honoring its guidance. So you honor your heart by honoring its guidance, Elizabeth. What it says is heart truth. I love this. So simplistic in the image and in the, I don't have my glasses on. Okay. Little $1 dollar glass, magnifying, whatever, readers. Heart truth. If it's in your heart, then it is in your power. For all true power comes from the heart. So that's the part that you're supposed to be using as you are manifesting and creating on this timeline from this higher frequency shift that you have just taken. Experience, and that totally is in alignment to the beginning message for you, operating from the heart, giving freely from the heart, but just protect and honor it. Again, protect and honor it doesn't mean you give your heart freely to anybody before you. Okay, it doesn't mean you don't acknowledge them or honor them, but you don't need to play in their energy if it's not healthy, because your heart's wide open. Okay, you're wide open to receiving and giving, and know that anything you want and all your forgiveness and all your love, that's where all true power lies. That's your superhero power. Okay, it's your heart, and it is for all of us, of course, but your superpower is you are aware of all of this, and you too got, did I pull two? Queen of Earth. Okay, I have two of these, so I assume they're both yours. No, I don't think this is left over. Queen of Earth, again, operating with the natural forces of life, allowing the spiritual to work with the physical to manifest that. Anything is possible, just like this open heart, the heart's truth. All true power comes from the heart. And you are using your heart to manifest on the physical plane for abundance. And you are, obviously, with an open heart, you're going to be thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. Make time for those around you. Take sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. That's what you're being called to do. And then you also have lovers. So maybe a decision, any decisions that you make. To me, you might have just made a decision or in the process of making a decision of two different pathways, two different lovers, two different options, two different choices of what is in your heart. Again, the sun doesn't shine through just one path. It doesn't just hit one part of earth. It shines through all its rays. So don't limit yourself to just one decision, one opening. There's more than one opening. If you have options, don't feel bad that you have options, because love is everywhere all at once. And if you have an open heart, you're going to be able to connect to those choices and have more opportunities. But what they're saying is obviously be sensible and choose the path, choose the love, choose the decision of your whatever your heart's desire is, how it is manifesting for you, the one of the highest frequency and freedom. What's standing out to me is the wings wide open, and looks like Jesus to me, how Jesus would look. And it's funny, I was talking about Anna. Anna's guiding you, okay? Anna's a spirit guide for you. Pick when it comes time to make a decision or a choice, pick the one that feels the most free, they're saying. So freedom is your guidance. Freedom. Arms wide open, wings wide open. And maybe it is to do with lovers. We got two lovers here. Soulmate, whatever. Intimate relationships. Carefully weigh your decisions. Good health. So weigh your decisions in that which is most freeing to your heart, most freeing to your spirit, not one that abuses or runs you over or doesn't appreciate you for you. That's just no, 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 no. See, because of the treads. So pick the one that's most freeing, most caring, most giving, the one that reflects your heart the most. Wow. Why do I have so many of these? I guess I did this and didn't even know it. Obviously, Spirit has messages from the tarot for you, because I've got 3 cards here for you. 6 of water. Memories from your history or childhood. Issues regarding children. Romanticizing the past. So this is actually a 6, but so was the Lover's card here was a 6. That represents being reminiscent, thinking of the past, thinking of past loves, past time, teenager, childhood, when times were nice or harmonious. So you might be reminiscing, or maybe you are reconnecting even with a childhood soulmate, love, friend, whatever it is. So a deep feeling state as well. See this little, looks like a merboy, a boy and a girl. All right. This is telling me you could be having a connection, like what we consider a label twin flame. There's actually, I didn't even see this before. There's a little girl mermaid floating in the water, hands right up. Then we get the little boy with the head atop the water, and they're swimming. And because it's memories and the past and connections of the past, soulmate connections, could be a brother too, could be, doesn't have to be lover-wise. But this here, I don't know, this one here looks a little more romantic to me. But reminiscing of the past, or the way you wanted your relationships to be or friendships to be. So doing some reminiscent, feeling and reflecting, and allowing all of those feelings, the hurts, the pains, the joys. All of it is to serve the love. Just allow it. Don't deny yourself of any emotions. Operate from that heart. Operate from that place of giving and receiving, but not from a place anymore where people are not respecting and honoring your heart, because you have a pure, open heart. All right, anything else? How about a purpose card? Hold on. I thought I was pulling you a purpose card, but Spirit, unbeknownst to me, pulled 3 tarot cards for you. Hanging out if you have time, love a card. Hey, Melanie. Oh, you've been there since the beginning. All right, so if I get, I'll pull a Sherry out, Melanie. I'll pull one for you. Yeah, I think you were the first one on today. And obviously, guys, if you see any trollers or whatever, let me know, because I miss a lot of them, and that way I can block it. Kimmy says I have, anybody can block, but I'm not sure. Animals. All right, so this is your life purpose card, and again, life purpose is taking action. And it says animals. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance, as the animals are part of your life's work. So however that resonates, maybe animals speak to you outside. Maybe you see them as their spirit guides or totems for you. You connect with that energy. And when one does appear out of nowhere, and if you're not aware of this, to look it up. What does that energy mean? How does it feel? What is their message? So I'm just feeling you've got a very close connection to animals, whether you work with animals, have a pet, but they do speak to you energetically and they do hold space for you. So if you see a cheetah when you're out on a walk, look it up and see what it means for you. All right, Elizabeth, thank you so much. Honor yourself. Honor yourself. You're a gem. Don't let others take advantage, but still up. And what I'm feeling also is, in spite of any hurt or pain you've had in the past, you've always kept your heart open. You've always believed in love, and you've always been anchored in your heart. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Honor you. You are priceless and you are timeless. All right, Elizabeth. Anybody else, if you made a donation, let me know. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your energy here. I am working on one of my one sheet. I am working on my one sheet. I'm not sure what that means, Lauren. Hey, Ward, thank you for joining. I want to get back. Oh, my God. Well, then get baptized, Elizabeth. Oh, my God, that's so beautiful. And as I read that comment, Elizabeth, my heart opens up. It's not that, and what Spirit is saying, it's not that you need the baptism because you are already a family of Jesus, the Christ, but it is what the physical part of you wants to experience. We do, as physical beings, want the physical sensations, ceremonies, all of that. It's not that you need it on one level, but at another level, the Elizabeth needs it. And to honor that and to do that. And it's funny that the John the Baptist came up at the beginning with Anna and then the whole Jesus. So very, very beautiful. Do it. Just do it, Elizabeth. It's ceremonial, and it's the way you're honoring yourself and what the water represents. And not only that, you've got that card too. You have a timeline to John the Baptist, obviously, like I was saying earlier, that can, that can represent, when he was dunking people in the water in the river, baptism. Absolutely, Elizabeth. So take whatever we just said and what was brought forward, and how does it resonate to you? Discern all the information. All right, let's see here. Oh, for marketing purposes. Oh, I love that, Elizabeth. So beautiful. All right. Anne is Mary's mother. Yes. Yes, John. That's what Elizabeth said. Same thing. Mary's mother. Jesus' grandmother. Yeah. She's definitely she's with you, Elizabeth. She's with all of us today. So that's funny that, because I know my Elizabeth, my spirit guide, is to do with the Bible. So my Elizabeth is then John's mother. Anyways, very cool. Gotta go. Thank you, Teresa, for being here. I'm sure you're already gone. Thank you so much for joining. All right. So you're welcome, everybody. I'm going to do everyone who's saying thank you. Yes. And yeah. John, you got to let me know if we're going to do a follow-up on that. Start using compassion awareness, John was saying, for all of those emotions and feelings that do come forth. Because a lot of times we wear, Melanie, you're going to be next, we do wear masks of light and love, but in that sometimes we deny the feelings that we need to feel, and it's in allowing the feelings that actually more light and love permeate us, shine from us. Because it's through that experience that we shine more light. And obviously using the tapping techniques, Master John Thaddeator can show you all the tapping. You guys are aware of EFT. So using that to help move those energies and bring you to the physical. So EFT, I believe, is the physical part. It's the masculine part of acceptance. It's taking the physical meridians, your hands, and and using them to move the energy, because we still are physical. We got to honor that part. So the EFT to me is the masculine part of that healing, taking action on it, and it's merging with the intuition of allowing and accepting. All right. So Melanie it was, I believe. If anyone else made a donation, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to give Melanie a quickie. She was here at the beginning, and she shared out to a couple pages, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you guys, because you guys are the ones creating these messages. Hi, Annie. I am Melissa Isabel, my heart. I am desperate. If you have a question, Annie, let me know. Okay, so I already said Melanie is next. Annie, if you have a question, I know you're saying you're desperate. Let me know if you have a specific question, and I am going to pull one for Melanie. I'm going to pull you a life purpose, Melanie, just to see. No, they said no. Pull her a tarot. Melanie, I'm going to pull you a tarot. What does Melanie need to hear today as she is going forth in her masculine energy, taking action on her discernment, taking action on what she's receiving, stepping into her confidence, stepping into her power? I am going to do a purpose one too for clarification. Oops. I love doing this, guys. It's fun. Melanie. There she is. Okay. Yeah, Annie, you'll be up in 1 second. 1 second, Annie. Immediately, as soon as I see your name, I do feel the heartbreak. As soon as I tuned into that, your name even, I can feel it. But let me just go back to Melanie for 1 second. Melanie, what we have for you, number 0. I love 0 because within the 0, that's like a portal. It's a spiritual gift portal. It's like where you have nothing is defined. It's unlimited. It is like the void. It's the beginning. It's like entering that place of pure potential is how I perceive it. And it's the dreamer, Archangel Metatron, a leap of faith. Follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. So that was worth the wait. How beautiful. And even this, look, it's like a portal opening. I don't know if they don't define the 0 as a portal, but I do. And look at it. It's an opening. So following your dreams, taking that faith, that is the action. That is the masculine energy being called of you, Melanie. I love it. Unexpected opportunities presented, trust in them. And then the life purpose for you was oracle cards. I don't know, do you play with oracle cards? Do you like to read oracle cards, Melanie? You are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. So I don't know if these two go together, if you were thinking of maybe becoming a reader of cards, interpretator, a guide, a teacher, but if so, you definitely have that gift. And she operates from love and angel wings. So that's showing that you, Melanie, would be a clear conduit. You hold angel energy. You are an earth angel. You operate from that pink, the higher heart, unconditional love, universal love. So you would be awesome at reading cards. Let me know if that is an interest you had. I'm just curious. All of the above. Okay, maybe you already do. So do you presently do this, Melanie? Just curious. Because if you do, obviously take more action in that, continue in that, because the question and the intent was what energy are we acting on, taking action on, concerning our confidence, concerning our discernment, and what we are to do. Where is our energy to be channeled? So that's what you received. Thank you for sharing out, Melanie. All right, so let's get back to, and if anybody else has anything for Annie, let's put her up here. Annie, my heart. Is there a message from my brother who passed or on anything I need to know? All right. First of all, your brother does feel your pain. He feels your heart. He feels the loss. As soon as I focus into your name and then see the brother part, my heart is open. Your brother is in a place of peace, bliss, healing, and he wants you to feel that as well. Allow yourself to grief. Allow yourself to pain. Allow it all to flow. My death was divinely timed. It may be hard for you to understand. It was my time to go. I don't know. Did he use the term flow at all? He said it was my time to go and flow, and then he shows me these wings. Did he like to fly? Was flow? Did he say go with the flow much? I'm not sure why he's saying flow, but that word flow came in really strong, and he showed me angel wings, so he's free. The angel wings to me are representing he is free. He is free, gliding in flow. He's risen above the limitations of the physical world, he said. He's risen above the physical limitations. He says, I love you, sis. I want you to be happy. Is your mom still living? Is your mom alive? It's almost like I heard the sentence care for mom, care for mom. So something to do with you helping to care for your mom, or if she's passed on, he's saying that he is now caring for mom. But something to do with your mom. Oh God, whatever that is, there's a lot of pain in my heart. So I don't know if something's going on between you and your mom, or she passed on as well, and he is with her and caring, meaning just showing that she's well, or for you to care for your mom. I'm feeling it's you. I haven't looked at anything here. Let me see. She's with you. Okay. Yeah, I feel that. Care for mom, he says. And I felt humongous grief in your heart, or heart hurting. Maybe obviously, I'm getting the impression he went before his time. Is that true? He's went before his time. She might be under a lot of grief. Yes, she's having a hard time, and now I want to cry. So lots of pain. I don't know if this was unexpected, but before, like he was too young, and something to do with you and your mom, you helping your mom through it. I am fine, he says. I am fine. I'm with angels' wings, he says. Yeah, I feel that. He knows you miss him like crazy. He knows. He's acknowledging that. He's not really gone, though, guys. He says, I'm not really gone, guys. Death is a illusion in that we allow it to create a separation. But in essence, when we die, we're leaving the limited part of ourself, the physical part, and merging with the fullness that we are. As you guys probably know, I'm looking for my little image. We merge with the light. And that doesn't make it any easier for the physical being that is still limited, still in the sensories, wants that touch, the hug, the hold. He says, I did not mean to distress you, distress and cause so much pain. I know it's hard to understand, but you guys did contract this together. This grief that you and mom are going through, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm with you always. I love you much. He's just showing me a tunnel now. He's literally showing me a tunnel and all of this light. Allow the grief. And as you allow the grief, you'll be able to access more light within you, more communication. So the grief, because the spirits have such high vibration, it's hard for them to densify and communicate when things are really heavy and dense, because they got to really lower their vibration. I can feel that in my heart right now. So Anne, you're like an angel come to earth, but you lowered your vibration enough to have a limited awareness of the physicality. Well, once you leave that physicality, you enter this light again, and it's hard to communicate at those dense levels. He wants you to know he is there. I hug you and Mama always. He's saying he hugs you guys always. But as you allow the grief, the pain, the tears, and he's even mentioning getting together with others, group therapy, where you guys can express, and as you can feel these dense energies leave you, it can bring you to a greater love and light, and then communicating with him. I'm going to pull a couple cards and see if he wants to come through that. Ways maybe that he can communicate with you. I'm going to, Mother Earth Heart card. I need a Mother Earth Heart card first of all. I need a heart image. You guys are always connected through your heart portal. That's the part of you where you connect to all parts of yourself multidimensionally. There is no time or space in the heart. So the more you tune into your heart, Annie, the more you can love and find the love in yourself, the more that he can communicate through your heart space. He communicates through your hearts. He feels your love. He feels sad for your pain. He wants you to be happy. There's something, I don't know if he called your mother Mama or not. I don't know why it's coming across that way, Mama. There's much healing and love for you to gain from this. I know you didn't want it. I know you didn't want to ever go through this. No mother, no sister ever wants to experience this. But you guys are warriors of love and light, and there's good that's going to come out of it. It's good that's going to come out of it if you allow. Try to let go of the anger. Be angry, but try to let it go. I chose this, he says. I chose this before I was born. All right. What do we got here? We got a seaweed. It's a little seaweed heart on the beach. There's lots of openings in this heart. And what one really stands out to me is this little one at the top. See that little opening with the sand is in the shape of a heart? And then obviously one here, and then there's a face. Originally, it first looks like a face with a little mouth, 2 eyes, but then it turns into an angel. See the little head? Angel wings, and like that's just the angel. So there's a little angel here. He's within your heart always. A bird, an owl. There's much wisdom. I see an owl now. It's morphing into an owl where this is the beak. This is like the feathers of an owl, little feathers in the ears. An owl. Owls represent death. Well, for me, it does actually, when I see an owl, I know that I'm going to hear about a death, but they also represent great wisdom and knowledge, because through a death, when a loved one leaves a death, they actually leave open a portal for you to gain greater wisdom, is what he's saying. So when a loved one dies, they enter the fullness of their light, which creates a portal for the loved ones still there to gain greater wisdom and knowledge about life, because death is an illusion. There's no greater lie, illusion than death. In reality, we're all dead, he says. In reality, we're all dead. We're just dreaming a dream. But he doesn't mean dead as in terminated. He means dead to this world because we're actually bigger on the other side. So what it says, this is your message, Anne. Personal success is just that, personal. Whatever it is you do it for your satisfaction. You are the one that is living your life. True success is simply living every moment being true to yourself. So there's a big message here for him, wanting you guys to be true to yourself and live your life to the greatest truth of you. Don't live it for you. Live your truth. Believe what you want to believe. And act on that. Act on your truth. And that truth will bring you to more and more and more truth, because there's many layers to truth. So he wants you to be you. He wants you to express you. He doesn't want you to try to put up a front, put on a mask. Be you. But in this death, in this passing, he has created a portal for you and your mom, because this is an owl here. A little nose. This is a head. A little ear, eyes, beak. I mean, when I say nose, beak. For you guys to gain a greater wisdom and knowledge through his passing, he's left open a portal. That is beautiful, Melanie. Thank you. What was your brother's name? It wasn't Richard, was it? I don't know. There's a Richard coming forth. I don't know where that's coming. Yeah, yeah. So through his passing, he's left an opening. Remember I said that he was showing me an opening, a tunnel of light? So his passing created a portal for you and your mom. After the grief, after all of the feelings, you're going to be left with more light, more knowledge and wisdom. And that was to be played out. You all agreed to play that out before you were born. Andre. Okay, yeah. I don't know why Richard. I don't know. There's a Richard around him. I don't know if you had a friend Richard or you guys got an uncle Richard. Something to do with the name Richard. Andre. So yeah, he's with you always. Is he angry with you? Oh my God. He feels your pain. He said, no, no, I'm not angry. No, I'm not angry. He said, you're forgetting this played out exactly as it should. It was divine timing. We planned this ahead of time, he said. He says he feels nothing but happiness and bliss in this state because you are all God source energy in the wholeness that you are innately. We come into the physical with limitations, with all these layers over us, with these beliefs, with these boxes where we can't see out of. He says we like live in a box we can't see. Sometimes we have a little pinprick at the top of the box and we get these little enlightenments and awareness. He says he is like he's bursted through that box. He's fully himself, which is happiness, bliss, peace. He's with you always. He's holding that space. He's holding that energy for you guys on earth. I know a Richard, they killed him. I know a Richard, they killed him. Yeah, he is mentioning something to do with Richard. Do you mean they physically killed him, or do you mean they led him down a path that killed him? This is going to be a huge lesson on forgiveness, he says. Forgiveness, love. You guys are warriors. He says, you and mom are warriors. You guys are here. I created the portal for the love, and you guys are the conduits for the love to flow in the physical. Yes, Richard, yeah. I didn't know what the Richard was about. So Richard is still living, I take it? Okay. So pray to him. He will answer you in ways, signs, symbols that, like if a song comes on that you know he liked or that you guys listen together, he says, know that it is me. He says he's going to try to come and communicate and speak with both you and mom as much as he can. Just be open. He says you're going to notice it when all of a sudden when you're kind of blank and not thinking, you're creating space. Driving down a car, a song will come on and you'll cry and you'll think of me. And he says, it's because I am there with you. I am there with you. I speak to you through the music. I speak to you through symbols. I speak to you in your thoughts, but it's only in love. He says, if you hear something other than love in your mind, it is not of me. It is just your fears coming out of you, he says. So if you're angry or mad, or if you feel that he wants to take revenge, or he is mad, or he is angry, he is not. He is embodying only love now. So when you hear the music or the things that bring forth a thought of love, thoughts of love, forgiveness, warmth, touching, I think he's going to touch you. Know that it is him. He will never come across as anything other than love, he said. Oh, God. I'm sorry, Annie. I'm sorry for that. He said, believe it or not, me and Richard on the other side are good buddies, that they two came to play those roles. On earth, he says, you're only playing parts. You're playing actors. You're playing characters. It's not who you really are. You came actually to heal. The pain was actually a stimulus, a catalyst to show the fear, to bring out the fear, to bring out the anger, to be healed. He says, I know that's hard for you to understand now, but know these words are true. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's not angry at you. He holds no anger. He fulfilled his purpose. He says he fulfilled his purpose. She says, thank you. I feel you symbols like what I hear you all the time. Yeah, he'll come to you in love. He holds no anger towards Richard. He only holds love for all of you. He only holds love for all of you. But cry. Allow those feelings. Allow the sadness, the anger, the crying. I don't know if John is still there, but maybe he could put his link in. John Thaddeus Fiore, if you hook up with him, he will help you work through those feelings through his EFT tapping. Tapping through the feelings, allowing it, self-compassion to help you work you through this. I'm so stubborn. He's laughing at that. He says, I know you are. He's laughing at that. That's okay, Annie. Embrace your stubbornness. That's okay. Just embrace and allow everything, and you'll get to where you need to be. I feel it in my heart. Yeah, I can feel your pain. It's everybody who's here now or later. Please let's all just send love and light to Annie and her family and her mom. Just let's just send her light, guys. Just imagine her being illuminated. And Annie, accept the light if you want. And we're just sending you pure love and light. And Richard, or not Richard, Andre is saying, I am too. I am too. But maybe Richard is also. Taiko otiata, inoshikitira tahiti, upa ikuna tata ishi ita irako orita ita. Ita si ona kahina kahina kahina. Shutia pahi. Show me the image of like a pearl within your heart, like a pearl, like a bud, like a white lotus bud. It's closed in your heart, but it's got all this white light streaming out. So yeah, you're healing. You're healing. And before you know it, that bud, that lotus, that pure white flower within your heart is going to open up. Allow it. Allow yourself to process. I accept it. Oh, good. Good, Annie. I don't know if you feel that. Oh, thank you, Kimmy. Thank you, everybody who sent her love. He just shows me him kind of like, I don't know if he danced or moved, but he's moving around. And you guys aren't Scottish or Irish, are you at all? You guys aren't from Ireland or Scotland or have that in your blood? But he's showing me like an old dance, where they kick out their heels, like they kick. He's got his hands out, he's like kicking. So I don't know if he's connected or you guys have relatives or you liked Ireland or like the Irish bands, but he's like kicking out his heels and it's something like showing me a Scottish jig, a Irish jig. I don't know where that's coming from, but he's fun. He's having fun and he's happy. Are you with Michelle? Oh, oh my God, I got the goosebumps. No, he used to say an old Viking. Well, Vikings came from there. They came in the other timelines, and I've got all the goosebumps. And he said, yeah, it was true. Yeah, it's true. Oh my God. From like Ireland or is it Norse? Yeah, that is where the Vikings, that area of Europe where they were. That makes sense why he said that. That part is where he was a Viking. He's able to see everything he already knew. That's funny you say that, Annie. I relate to the whole Viking stuff also. Oh my gosh, yeah. So that's what it was, because that's where the Vikings, if you look up Vikings, maybe Kimmy can tell me more if she's still there or any of you guys, but like Ireland, Scotland, is it Norway, Sweden, those areas? Is it Iceland? I don't know if it's Iceland, but yeah, Viking territory. Is he with Michelle? I ride with Odin to Valhalla, Finland. Yeah, not just there though, not just Finland, but like that area. Yeah, I love the show, The Vikings. I watched that with Caleb a lot. Okay, let me ask about Michelle. Hold on. All right, Andre. I'm getting a yes, but if Michelle passed on, obviously she has. Yes, he is. Yes. I don't know why he's saying it like this. I don't know if Michelle was a sister, a girlfriend, a relative, but he's like calling her sweetie. Yes, she's here with me, sweetie. Or calling you sweetie. Something with the word sweetie. Yes, she was here with me, sweetie. Yes, sweetie. Yes, sweetie. He just shows me holding her hand. Holding hands. Holding hands. I don't know who Michelle is. I don't know if it's a relative, a girlfriend, a sister. I don't know who Michelle is, but obviously close because they're holding hands. In my mind's eye, she appears smaller. So I don't know if she's younger or a child. I'm not sure, but she's smaller in stature, and he's holding her hand and almost like saying, sweetie. I don't know if he's calling you sweetie or her sweetie, but yes, anybody in spirit that passed on, they have the capability to they connect, they communicate, they have fun with each other. Yeah, he's holding hands with her, calling her sweetie. Scandinavia, that's where I was trying to think of, Kimmy. Migrated to Ireland, yeah. So Kimmy, yeah, originally from Scandinavia, and yeah, I feel yeah, huge connection to that whole area as well. And migrated to Ireland, Scotland, etc. Yeah, that's what I thought, Kimmy. Thank you. Like that's what I was trying to think of with Scandinavia, and I can't even think of the the names that that is comprised of now. But yeah, so that shows. I love the way he connected. He could have just shown me like a Viking helmet, but he was showing me the dance. So that was so cool. Well, thank you so much, Annie. I'm so happy. Ah, shoot, that goes on my water. I'm so happy you came here and gave him the opportunity. And he says that he's really happy, and he's actually thanking me also for allowing me myself to communicate. So yeah, he is a really nice guy. He's really nice. He's happy. And just open up your heart. Don't be afraid to open up your heart and forgive. Accept your stubbornness. And he says, do what Ria said. Contact John and have him help you work through some of this. Take care of Mama. Take care of Mom. All right, guys. Very beautiful. He's cool. He's, yes. Thank you, Lauren. So yeah, so you saying when I asked Ireland, that was relating to his Viking. Thank you for joining, Jane. I'm wrapping it up for now. Hopefully another time, 2 o'clock. Yeah, I gotta go get my son here in a second. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for sharing out. I'm not sure what that says. Thor, hold his hammer high as he fights for. Whoops. Thor, hold his hammer high as he fights Fenris twin. Set timeless coming through a lot of us. Timelines, yes, yes. Timelines to clear. So Tamara, I don't know if you were on prior, but Annie was asking about her brother, Andre, who passed on. So a lot of what I was just channeling or bringing forth was from her brother who passed on, who was beaten to death, really. Which, oh my God, so Richard, I believe they had karma that they worked out through that Viking timeline. Just so, and I'm getting all the goosebumps, which is affirmation. Spirit gets really excited when I hit the nail on the hammer, or hit the hammer on the nail, whatever, and I get all tingly. So Richard, also, and him were in a timeline where they did create some karma that they did work through in this timeline. So they knew each other on that timeline as well. But it's all good, he said. It's all good. It's all working out, he said. He's like, it's all working out. All right, guys. Thank you, Tamara, for joining. All right, guys. I've been on a couple hours. Thank you so much. Love, light, and prayers to you, Annie, and your mom. And everything is good. Just remain open. He communicates through love. Try to let go of hatred. Try to let go of all of those feelings. Accept them, but, forgive them. Allow them to go through you. And I will put a link under your name if you want to hook up with John Thaddeus Fiore for some EFT to help you work through all of those emotions. He's really good at that. All right, guys, thank you for joining. May you all shine with the entirety of all the love and light that you are.